From the weather team you can trust, here's Chief Meteorologist Eric Snyder.
The winds are shifting, the colder air is starting to pour its way back in, and changes on Lake Ontario. More of these chunks of ice continuing to gel and pile up after getting pushed out earlier with the southerly flow. The turn more to the west and northwest is pushing them right back at us. We are now officially back down to 32 degrees. Here's the conversation in the bottom line with our forecast tonight. The lake effect snow is going to be limited, but the colder air is going to be universal. The reality is we spent all of our day above freezing, so we have been melting some of that snow and ice, and now we're going to freeze it back up. So Penguin Walk, if you have untreated sidewalks and driveways, you know the drill with this. We're going to do this many nights moving forward as we slowly transition towards spring. Heavier bursts of snowfall exist off to our east. Into the Finger Lakes, we've got some scattered leftovers with this. In Rochester, light to moderate snow, but it's not going to do this all night long. It will transition more toward typical lake effect, and the overall response out of this should be pretty muted. You don't see the other Great Lakes that are cranking up with this, which means just very limited minor accumulations, mainly off onto the east side. And you could see a few of those swirly bands holding tight across 104, getting into the Wayne County area. Rest of Thursday, it's just chilly. We're not getting back above freezing. Highs will be in the upper 20s, but you might get a few breaks of sunlight later into the afternoon, and you may do that again into Friday. But at least on Friday, we've got some southerly flow picking back up, which should, fingers crossed, carry our high temperatures to at least 40 degrees. And I think we're going to do that one more time. On top of that, Saturday's highs will be in the low 40s under mostly cloudy conditions, but a few breaks of sunlight. We welcome the start of meteorological spring, March 1st on Sunday, with a high of 27 degrees and a few snowflakes flying around. So we've teased you with this on the newscast today. There's a lot going on in the sky over the course of the next week, and the first one is going to be this planetary parade where, yeah, technically there are 6 planets that are going to be out there in the evening sky looking off to the west and south. The question you should be asking is how many of those 6 will you actually see? For the majority of you, it will be 2, Jupiter and Saturn. The other 4 are either too dim that you're going to need binoculars or a telescope, or too low on the horizon that most of you will have a view that is blocked. So cool to know there's half a dozen that are up there technically, but if you're planning on seeing half a dozen, yeah, this is probably not your show. By the way, we got another cool one. That's going to be Tuesday morning. That will be a total lunar eclipse early in the morning with this, and that will be our last one that we're going to have around here for a couple of years.
Oh,
so,
really?
yeah,
Wow.
it's going to be a little bit.